Welcome to once again another truly cannot miss show here on Saturday Morning Live with Sal Santori, the afternoon edition. And we are broadcasting live from our studio here for the month of May in the Rapid Response 9/11 complex right here in Annville, Pennsylvania. And we want to thank the great folks over here at Rapid Response for hosting us and having us here for the show. And I got to tell you, folks, I'm looking around at the showroom here, and there is the absolute best selection of firearms, long guns, handguns, scopes, everything to go with it. Beautiful selection. My favorite is a 30-30 lever action, and they seem to have a few of those along with some riot pump shotguns. Yeah, those are fun. And accessories and apparel. There's the Homeland Outfitters here. They have their own service department for weather tech and all kinds of things involved. They also do uh, lettering, printing, graphics on vehicles, and anything that you can put a graphic on, they can handle it. They do great work here. Um, Beautiful, beautiful place. And I can't forget our super host, Matt Zeckman, the owner of Cleona Coffee Roasters. You'll see the sign right behind me. We're broadcasting right here live in their booth, their space. And Cleona Coffee Roasters and Matt happen to be the folks who roast our coffee for our brand, Bet's Brew. So we definitely, keep everything in the family, and we're glad to have everyone participate. So I want to thank Mark and all the great folks here at 9/11, and again, Matt Zeckman, for having us here and supporting the work we do through Project Inter each week. So one thing I want to mention is this week we're going to be without Jordan. He seems to be on leave for 2 weeks. He didn't give me the opportunity to authorize it. He just kind of declared it. So so what's a guy to do? If I said, well, no, Jordan, you got to be here, he probably would have fired me. So we just let it go. But I'm going to be talking about Jordan here in a little bit, and the fact that we have a contest going this week with Jordan as our focal point since he's chosen to go on tour. Um, and I definitely want to get a restart here and say hello to our global greatest of all time family of listeners and viewers, and welcome once again to the show. And the contest that I was talking about, um, this is a good one. This is a good one. The contest is going to be about Jordan sightings. Yes, indeed, Jordan sightings. So what we'll do is, if we have a show coming up June 11th at Hardee's in Myerstown, Pennsylvania. It's a beautiful, beautiful event, um, and it's being hosted by Hardee's and other organizations that are going to be there and participating. Is of course the Pharaoh's Car Club of Lebanon. They'll be doing a drive-through cruise, and we'll also have the reigning 2025 All American Royal Queen, Miss Deborah Hornick, and she will be opening the entire event by singing the national anthem at 5 o'clock, which is when it begins, and it runs 5 to 8. So come on out. We'll be broadcasting live from 4 to 5, and the Veterans Riders Association will be present, and it's all, as I said, sponsored by Hardee's. And the title of the event is called Honoring Our Heroes. So follow us on Facebook for some flyers and postings, more information about that. But back to our contest, what's happening here is uh, to win the contest, we need to hear from you where you this week. Okay, and if you've noticed, he's a rather handsome, dashing young man. After 24 years in the military, uh, I gotta say he barely resembles a sophomore in college. God's been great to him. So, we want, hey, folks, hi. So we want to definitely be on the lookout for Jordan and what's happening here. To win the contest, the first five family members who either call at 717-455-7086 or send an email to sal@thekzcvo.org and report a Jordan sighting. It must be where, when, what time, and what shirt did he have on? And if you tell us he had no shirt on, we know it wasn't Jordan. We know it wasn't Jordan. But what'll happen to win? Okay, the winners, the first five folks, family members that call in, will receive a free burger, fries, and drink during the event, during the Honoring Our Heroes event sponsored by Hardee's. Again, that is in Myerstown. So if you see Jordan this week, either give a call or send an email and let me know when you saw him, where you saw him, what time he had on, and then we will have your name registered for a free burger, fries, and drink at the Honoring Our Heroes event, June 11th at Hardee's in Myerstown. So that's going to be a huge event. We'd like everybody to come on out and enjoy the event, enjoy the day, and donations will be accepted via Hardee's, and they're supporting their causes. Uh, Project Intervene is one of them, and I'm not sure what the others are, uh, but they are supporting our veterans and families through that event. So I'd like to share with you the newest family members, along with our new community partners. And we want to welcome our newest member, and she is now serving in Syria on a peacekeeping mission, and she's serving with the U.S. Air Force, Senior Master Sergeant X, and choosing not to reveal her identity for security precautions. But welcome to our family. Welcome to the global greatest of all time family of listeners and viewers. And we're glad to have you. And we have a new sponsor again for this week, and that will be um, Forti's Radiator and Auto Repair Shop in Palmyra, right on Main Street. There's a nice sign right on Main Street letting you know where Forti's Radiator and Auto Shop is. And I want to tell you, these guys are great. They are fantastic. They specialize in the old school metal radiators to repair. Today, that everything's made out of plastic, which kind of devalues some of the earlier model cars. They're not made with plastic parts and radiators, so by replacing them with plastic, you're kind of losing a little bit of value there. So you want to give Roland a call at Forti's Radiator and Auto Shop in Palmyra, and they will definitely give you a quote on not only radiators, but transmission, carburetors. I believe they do. They can send out for a little bit of framework if that's the need. But before you look elsewhere, give them a call, and Roland will let you know whether it's something they can help you with, or if not, who is able to help you. And of course, we want to shout out to Bear B, our B Bear, yeah, Barely B, B Bear Naturals, the greatest, uh, the greatest stand of produce over at the Lebanon Farmers Market, and they just have fantastic stuff over there. As I say every week, this week I didn't get by um, to get some usual things that typically I do, but I've seen some of their postings on Facebook, and I'm telling you, each week is even better. So I would say before you even go to the grocery store, go over and visit B Bear in the Lebanon Farmers Market, and you'll be glad you did. And we also have Adam Hummel from A1 Holloway. He's one of our consistent sponsors. Wonderful guy, great personality, and he just can't do enough for the community. And we definitely want to say hi to Adam and tell you thank you for all you do, not just for the community, but for us. here at Project Intervene and the work that we do to educate folks on how to understand what you're seeing during the veteran process leading to suicide. And I say leading to, that is, um, if it's not, if it does not have an intervention occur, uh, the the ultimate, the finality could very well be, um, the end result could be suicide, and that's horrible. And we don't want that to happen. I seem to be having a little bit of a lag in the video here, and we're having some technical issues, but I'm just going to continue on with the show. And we want to talk about some of the things that we have coming up. It's been a great winter, a great winter and spring. The first quarter was great. We got to reach some folks. We had some folks come to visit, uh, and we were able, because we were there and present, we were able to impact their lives. And I can safely say they are still enjoying their lives. They did not go any further with the thoughts that they were entertaining. So I want to thank God for giving us the grace to have been there and be there. We did. So we have pulled out of the farmers market. Our season ended for being there, and we are negotiating with some folks for a new building to have an outreach center to be there, and it's expected in the next couple of months we will be occupying that space. It is in Palmyra, and it's a large building, a lot of property around it, and the folks that purchased it are just wonderful. They're great folks. I've had some meetings with them, and it's just a mutual enjoyment situation. Understand what each other is trying to accomplish, what our missions are in life, and they definitely are congruent. So I want to thank the folks um, for being willing to work with us and have a heart for our veterans and families, to have us come in and not only have a presence there, but also help with the the I don't want to say upkeep, but transition of the building itself. Obviously, it had a prior use, so the goal is to get in there and do whatever upgrades are required to convert this into the use that we want it for and they want it for. So that's happening. Another thing that we're doing now, that's coming later in the summer. So what we're doing uh, presently is we are purchasing a camper um, and a Jeep to use as our mobile unit to go ahead and be able to set up anywhere, anytime, and be there for our veterans and families, as well as educating folks on, as I say, what to look for, how to understand what you're seeing during the process leading to suicide. And I'm not sure if I'm still on camera. I've got a blacked out screen here, but I'm going to assume that I am being seen and heard because the camera's on. So maybe it's good I brought only my radio face today. Yeah, uh, you always have a good radio face, and I don't know if I'd mentioned this recently, but when we were doing just radio, I had just a great number of really close friends, and they just couldn't wish me well enough and tell me, Sal, you have an absolutely great face for radio. So it's like, hey, thank you guys once again. Uh, Something else I want to mention, along with our summer uh, uh, quarter 2 and 3, what we're working on is, in addition to developing the mobile unit and the trailer with which to pull it, or Jeep rather. Um, yeah, a trailer to pull a trailer. Now there we go. That'll be interesting. Let's see how we motorize that, right? Um, but the other thing we're doing is We're working closely with Kaufman's Chicken Barbecue, uh, not only the restaurant, but more specifically the travel trailer that we see in various. They're doing fundraisers and selling chicken barbecues and dinners and things like that. And we're working closely with the team that owns that, and we'll be having uh, locations set up around the Lebanon area and possibly Schuylkill County and Berks County, where we will have them uh, on location and doing fundraisers to support Project Intervene. So I ask you to definitely follow us on Facebook and obviously YouTube, and see where we're going to be having those set up so that we can all get together and visit and enjoy some great barbecue chicken and dinners that they're bringing in and making. They make them on site, so it's really beautiful. We're having the event for June 11th, then June 27th. We will be over with Miss Marnie again in Myerstown at the retirement community. And I believe we're also there in July. And along with the Pharaohs Car Club of Lebanon, they'll be out there. Oh, once again, you know, we seem to have the great pleasure of Deborah Hornack, who, as I said, is the 2025 All American. I seem to be having some lags here in my brain. I apologize, uh, but it's okay. We'll get through it. This happens every now and then, and I'm certainly no different from any other veteran. I have the issues that we all share, so mine just seems to be surfacing part of it at the moment. Uh, so just bear with me. Uh, but we'll be having Deborah Hornack, the 2025 All American Royal Queen, visit. She will be having a presence at the events in June the 27th, and I believe July as well, where she will be present and promoting support for our troops, our active duty troops who are deployed, so she can help gather up, her and her team can help gather up some needed supplies and get them sent overseas. The military is like very stressed as far as uh, supplies and capabilities, and they're kind of thin at the moment. So we want to do everything we can to support our brothers and sisters overseas while they do what's required to maintain our freedoms here at home. And we want to talk a little bit about the elections coming up. And as I mentioned, I was fortunate and I think blessed as well to have been invited to the GOP spring dinner a few nights ago. And it was a beautiful event, a wonderful event out in the country, and got to revisit with a lot of folks that we haven't seen in a while, and meet some new folks and some new faces. And we definitely want to talk about um, voting Republican, and I can say that with that reservation. And I just want to like quantify this by saying if you're not voting Republican and you're contemplating voting Democrat, uh, you didn't learn anything by now. Um, that, by saying that, I think that really puts it into perspective. There's no way Josh Shapiro is going to get reelected. That's not going to happen. And it seems that having given the Democrats their opportunity, they definitely proved to us, the American people, that we don't matter to them. It's their agenda and only their agenda. So if you haven't woken up to that and you're still messing around being one of the woke folk, you know, forget about it. Forget about it. because I'm telling you, you just didn't learn anything yet. So I'm definitely urging everyone, let's vote straight ticket Republican. Um, and I'm going to go out on a limb here. I haven't gotten to speak with um Senator Mastriano about this yet. So I may get some blowback from this. And Doug, if I do, I apologize. But I got to share this excitement. Uh, I do not have, as I mentioned, I do not have confirmation uh, from Senator Mastriano on this, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say he is going to be the next governor of Pennsylvania. And if this is indeed his choice to run, I am on that team. I am offering whatever help and assistance we can do in support of Senator Mastriano running for governor. So there we have it. And as I said, if I get some blowback, I'll be okay about it because Doug, I got to share the excitement to think that you will be in there as governor, uh, the awesome veteran and senator who you are, is just great, 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 great. There's not a whole lot more can be said. So I think I'm going to wrap up the show for the moment. It doesn't appear as though we're having a whole lot of success with our video situation here. And that being the case, what I want to tell everybody is definitely follow us on Facebook. Follow Sal Santori on Facebook, or go to I believe it's santori.sal on Instagram and follow us there. And as we say each and every week, um, please find someone to help. Thank you, and we'll see you next.